Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise. Last time, we designed 2 more vacation homes, and this time, we're starting work on the cafe. We had a choice between a restaurant and a cafe. I decided to start with the cafe first, just because I thought that would be the more interesting choice. And a little bit more straightforward. I feel like the restaurant might be a little bit more involved, so it might be better to save for later. We will end up getting to make both at some point, but it's basically which one do you want to start with. There's a lot of variables here, and I'm not entirely sure where to start. This definitely, I feel like this is definitely a little bit more complicated than designing the school, which is like a lot more. I feel a lot more basic in a way, a lot more straightforward, and I feel like this is a lot more, complicated because there's a lot more options of things you could do with this. Like you could go for kind of more of a rustic feel. You could go for more of a diner look. There are plenty of options, and I actually, again, this is one of those cases where it's actually really, really nice to have the flexibility to design something really specifically to your liking, without having to worry about like meeting a lot of like very specified criteria. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of just drop down a bunch of furniture to get started, and then kind of go from there. I almost feel like this would be nice, even though that looks more like the outside than the inside, to be honest. See, that looks too much like just a store. That doesn't really scream restaurant to me, or a cafe. I mean, there's a cafe wall, so let's start there. That'd probably be a good baseline for this. Again, this is one of those cases where the flooring doesn't really feel like it matches with the wallpaper. It's kind of weird how that seems to happen a lot. This is actually kind of nice. Nice look for this. We also need to decide orientation, like how everything is oriented, and yeah, trying to kind of settle on the style because I've kind of chopped down a bunch of things, like mixed modern and like rustic. So I almost feel like I need to develop a more like, what's the word? A more like unified feeling for this. You can now make changes to the color and intensity of the lighting. Oh, that's nice. And yeah, we can also adjust the size. I almost feel like this would be a good size though. Maybe it's slightly wider. But in general, I feel like it's pretty good as is. Windows and entryway. Let's go with this. I think that would match a little bit better with what we currently have. Lighting. I don't know what to do with lighting, to be honest. That feels way too harsh, to be honest. So I might actually opt out of using the customized lighting and just go default. Put the ceiling fan there, a couple like potted plants for decor, like next to it, like so. And then I need to figure out what to do. Actually, first of all, I should look at the actual requirements for our current mission. Tables, we got those. Chairs, we're missing some. I actually like the style of table that's currently there, so I'm going to try to figure out which one it is and go with that. Yeah, the flexibility to kind of just design things to your heart's content is nice. It's not overly, I feel like it's not overly overwhelming either. And having like something like this where they give you like free suggestions basically helps a lot. And I definitely will be using that quite a bit because again, I'm not the most creative at this type of thing. So being able to just look through what the game suggests is actually really helpful. And yeah, these suggestions are actually really nice. Like, you could either go, yeah, really modern or kind of like, yeah, more rustic kind of. And I almost kind of want to go for a more, like, rustic vibe. Less, yeah, like diner and more like cafe, if that makes sense. I didn't mean to hang that on the ceiling, but that works. I might have to move the clock out of the way, though. Also, were there counters? I didn't really spot a lot of counters, if I'm being honest. Let's look at the table selection. I might actually put up like a full-size counter as well. checkout counter, counter table, that's kind of what I want to go with. Just drop a bunch of those down, because I'll be using multiples here. I have made a mess of things. I'm actually going to get rid of some of this stuff here, just to make room for one thing. Counter. Is there room? I don't think there's actually much room to move around, so we're going to have to move these down. But yeah, in general, I am really enjoying this a lot. Again, I happen to be a fan of the original anyway, so definitely it's an easy, like, point to kind of jump back into. And yeah, I definitely was hoping that this would happen, and yeah, it happened, so, it is cool to finally be able to, like, bring a form of Happy Home Design into my channel, because it was something I had actually thought about doing, but it was just not feasible to, like, do a let's play of a game like Happy Home Designer that was not on console. So yeah, now that this is on console, easy to capture, it's been a lot of fun. I'm trying to see if there's anything like a freezer or anything. It doesn't look like it. But yeah, you could even make like an arcade. Like, that'd be actually really cool. Again, there's a lot of cool options you could pursue if you desired. Again, I'm not exactly like, yeah, super creative enough to actually do something that elaborate, but the options are there, and that is very welcome. I was kind of hoping that there'd be something kind of like a small freezer, because I know there's like a 1x1 tile freezer, but I'm not seeing that in the options, so that's kind of a bummer. Beyond that, it's fine though. Actually, flower stand. Let's go with that. Otherwise, I might just take some of this stuff and move it like, you know, one down basically to have a little bit more symmetry, or balance basically. This is kind of turning into a mess if I'm being honest. I almost feel like the cafe wall would look better in a different color, because as is, it almost feels too, what's the word? It almost feels too modern in a way. So yeah, if I could actually change the color of this, I think it would also look a little bit better. I thought I could place that more like on the wall instead of on the ceiling, which actually I think would have looked better. Wooden fan, that's perfect actually. Put this near the entrance for some decoration, duplicate it also, to have, yeah, symmetry. And then let's see what else we can do. We have this little jar here. Let's put that, I guess, here. I have 2 blenders. I didn't actually mean to have 2 blenders. We have this little menu sign. Yeah, I also want to put some things next to the counter, like some extra chairs. Like so. Actually, I might move this over here then. Yeah, some stuff there, and then the tables, I'm not entirely sure what to do with. I ended up duplicating items more than I meant to. I actually think I have too much stuff here, in a way. Like, I think I might want to make it 8x8 instead of 6x8, just because I feel like I am running out of space a little bit. Like, at a point, it'll be way harder to pass through here, so I actually might go in and make this just slightly wider. Yeah, that actually opens things up a lot. In which case, I'll also duplicate these counters. Move everything down a little bit. Toss another counter back here, and then have a little bit more counter space for the actual work to be done. Yeah, I do wish that some more stuff had been incorporated. I definitely wish the other New Leaf stuff that had been added later, like the island escape mode, had been incorporated into this, but it's fine. in general, some other, yeah, like small additions like that would have made the 2.0 update even better. But in general, I am very happy with this update, and one of the reasons I'm really happy with it is because it brought back this. Even though it is paid DLC, again, I'm not like overly upset by this being paid DLC, in all honesty. Partly just because I think it is actually a pretty solid value. Like, it's definitely like it's something that kind of goes beyond the scope of the main game, so I get making this paid DLC, if that makes sense. Also, my brain shut down for a brief moment, and it does this every time I see the phrase iced coffee. I always think of Tales of Symphonia whenever I see anything about iced coffee. It's actually kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to go any farther with this iced coffee talk, other than to say, yeah, if you played Tales of Symphonia, you know exactly what I'm referring to, I think, when I'm like, oh, iced coffee. Simple shaded lamp, or the enamel lamp. Actually, I think this would look better, with sort of like the wood grain look. Again, the main issue I'm having right now is the wallpaper. It feels almost a little bit too, it feels a little bit too modern in a way. So I would almost like to figure out a way to make it a little bit less modern for that aspect. Are those evenly spaced? I think they are. No, these are 3 and these are only 2, so I'm actually gonna move these back slightly, like so. Some extra light here and there. And finally, unless I decide some other things, fine-tuning, I almost feel like I'm putting a lot more effort into like this style or this part of the design, rather than like the houses, because when I played New Leaf, I was always more of a fan of the facility design aspects rather than the actual oh, that's actually kind of nice. That works a little bit better, honestly, with the current design I have. That's a lot of coffee, though. Actually, would it be weird to have this looking like an outdoor, but on the inside? I don't know. In which case, I might go with a different flooring, then. Again, I don't feel like the options are, like, super great for what they're actually suggesting, if I'm being honest. Actually, that one doesn't look bad. Let's go with this. Actually, you know what? I like the slightly warmer colors for the current aesthetic we have. Yeah, I'm actually liking this a little bit better. Finally, I think I actually want to move these over, like so. And with that, actually, I think this is looking pretty alright. Again, one last little decorating touch. I do want to put some things on the counter to make it look like people are actually, or because people can actually eat on near the counter over there. So, there's actually a teapot sitting right here. Let's throw in a piece of pie. Yeah, that's nice. And a drink. And then some other odds and ends. Yeah, one more piece of food. And let's go with... I don't know, actually, which one to go with. Actually, let's just toss in a coffee cup here. For this person, and the person next to them might be eating a little bit more, like so. Is the drink facing the right way? Because it should probably be facing towards the customer. Honestly, not bad, if I do say so myself. How are things going? So let's decide who'll be working here. So we can change our staff from the people we have designed houses for. Let's go with Rosie, and let's go with, who else? Eloise. Okay, I'll go call the cafe staff. Wait, before we do this, we need to give our new cafe a name. If you have any ideas, I want to hear them. Or if you don't right now, that's okay. We can name it later. Got it. Feel free to let me know later when we're when we're at the office. The new staff is here. I also found some customers to take the place for a spin. I can't believe how gorgeous this cafe turned out to be. It's going to look so good in photos. And speaking of photos, once you're done, let me know if you want to get a celebratory photo. What's up? Then let's head outside. The beachfront dining area should be ready by now. And now, we're here to take a celebratory photo of the cafe. Thank you very much. With a new cafe open and ready for business, our island is on the map. I just know we'll keep growing. We should also hear some words from the one who is in charge of this cafe project. What have you got to say to us on this great day, Jonathan? Thank you. Next up, a comment each from Nico and Wardle, who worked on the beachfront dining area. Oh, I think it'd be nice if the cafe gets lots of visitors. I'm not used to speaking in public. Happy to help. Thank you both very much. And last but not least, let's take that celebratory photo. I think it came out lovely, but... What do you think of this photo, Jonathan? I agree, I think it's perfect too. That'll do it. Take care, everyone. Our little eatery is bustling, and it's only the first day. It sure helps that everything on the menu sounds amazing. Seriously, I had a hard time keeping my tummy from grumbling while we were taking that photo. If only I could stay as calm, cool, and collected as Wardle. I was hungry too. Guess that makes 3 of us. I could hardly stand how delicious everything smelled. Oh, we should all go to the cafe together as customers and just relax sometime soon. My treat. Yeah? That'd be so much fun. Thanks, Lottie. You bet. Oh, that was fun to daydream for a moment. Now it's back to serious business, like your paycheck. I know how hard you worked on this, and I'm hoping this feels like a generous reward, Jonathan. So without further ado, please accept your 25,000 Poki. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you two. Nico, Wardle, I have a nice bonus for all of your work on the beachfront area, dining area. Thank you all for your hard work. I'm just so pleased to get another business off the ground. Everyone looks so happy. It was a great reminder about why we do what we do. Bringing a smile to someone's face is everything. And we will continue this conversation next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Animal Crossing: New Horizons Happy Home Paradise.